Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your April 2019 general reading. We're looking at the first half of April here from the 1st to the 15th. Welcome to everyone who took the time to tune in today and for sending in all your support, feedback, and comments. Newcomers, returning followers, and subscribers, thank you very much. To all of my clients out there, both regular and new, I always like to extend a thank you to those of you who keep me so busy with personal one-on-one readings. And if any of you are interested in contacting me to set up a personal reading, you can get more info and contact details by clicking on the description link below, or going to my YouTube channel's homepage and clicking on the About button there. You can email me directly at maggie1maguire@gmail.com. I can usually respond to your initial request with more info within the same day or the first 24 hours. And scheduling a personal reading is pretty good too, as I do readings full-time 5 to 6 days a week. It is all that I do. So I'm pretty diligent at working with both my schedule and yours to get you readings in as timely a fashion as possible. I do a wide variety of readings in all areas of life. So if you're interested, send me an email. We'll go from there. Okay, let's move into this reading. This is for the Earth sign of Virgo for the first half of April 2019. If you know your rising sign, moon sign, Venus sign, watch those videos as well. They can provide additional clarification because, as most of you know, general readings always resonate a little differently for everybody watching. Okay, Virgo, first half of April. Let's see what's in store for you. Okay, Virgo, we begin with Judgment, followed by the Six of Pentacles. Next to that, we have the Ace of Cups, followed by the King of Swords. Already getting some pretty loud messages here. From the bottom of the deck, overall energy for the first half of April is the Nine of Swords. I've been getting the Nine of Swords for a lot of signs. A lot of stress, anxiety, and worry. I always say I hate to see this card when it shows up because it represents such a high degree of anxiety and stress and worry and fear, you know, maybe staying up late at night. But it's usually fear of the future, a future which hasn't played out yet, building something up into your head until it's worse than actually the reality of the situation is. It's not that bad. It represents kind of maybe obsessive thinking, circular thinking, focusing on something. What am I going to do if this happens? What am I going to do if this doesn't happen? And what you imagine is always the worst possible outcome. So cut this energy out. Whatever the source of the stress and anxiety and fear is, Virgo, might be valid, but this speaks of building it up to be much bigger and worse in your head than is actually reflected in the reality of the situation, FYI. Okay, so we have Judgment and the Six of Pentacles here. So I got right off the bat, as soon as I laid these down, you have a chance. This is basically what this reading is about. It looks like there is a second chance coming, or a chance to even the scales, to make something fair and equal again, a second chance. Judgment is second chances, and it usually has an air of finality about it, meaning that usually judgment shows up when there's a choice to be made or an action to be taken, or you have the opportunity to do that in front of you. And the air of finality means that whatever you choose, say, do, set into motion is going to have, it's going to set the stage for something for quite some time to come, not only in the people around you, but in the message you send to yourself by whatever path you choose to take. It's usually a card that can represent second chances, kind of the phoenix rising from the ashes again, and it's clarified by the Six of Pentacles, which is basically a card of equality, equal giving, equal receiving, equal balance, a mutually beneficial situation, a mutually beneficial balance, equal love and respect, admiration, being fairly compensated for the work that you do, equal give and take. So it looks like there is a chance, a second chance perhaps, to make something right or help even out the scales in something. Now next to that we have the Ace of Cups and the King of Swords. So the Ace of Cups, aces represent the number one, so they usually represent the beginning of something, the start of a new path, or the opportunity for it. You know, like the seed, which if you plant it, take care of it, will eventually grow and manifest to its full potential. The spark, which if you carefully nurture it and fan it, can turn into a sustainable flame. Cups is water energy, which is energy of emotions, feelings, relationships too. So the Ace of Cups can sometimes represent new love and romance, emotional renewal in an already existing relationship. Now, because it's sitting also next to Judgment, the second chance to make things right or even things out could have to do with a personal or emotional relationship. Could be romantic, could be a best friend, it could be with somebody else in another type of situation. Emotional renewal, sometimes, you know, if it's about a reconciliation between you and somebody that you were romantically involved with, or even just a situation or a friendship, some kind of relationship with a person, there's a chance to make it right again. It doesn't necessarily mean to reconcile, means to bring something together or to make what was broken kind of whole again. It doesn't necessarily mean that you move together as a couple again, but it means that there's resolvement and reconciliation and a peace in the situation too. So, I mean, whatever area of your life this resonates in, or whatever type of relationship it is, it looks like there is a very important chance. Judgment is a pretty strong, profound major arcana card. A very important chance to right something that was wrong, or even the scales out somehow. The Ace of Cups is clarified by the King of Swords. It could be an Aquarius, Gemini, Libra person, but I feel like for more of you, the King of Swords represents the energy. Swords is air energy, and that's all about what goes on up in our heads, mental, cerebral, intellectual energy. It's what we think, it's our perspectives, our belief systems, our mindset, truth, enlightenment, higher education, everything that goes on up in here, because that affects the way that we communicate, the way that we see the world, people, and communicate our own words and our ideas. Kings and queens represent individuals who have mastered their suit, meaning they have grown and matured and evolved to a place and reached a place as queen and king where they have balanced and mastered the character traits inherent to their suit. So the King of Swords is probably very smart, if not well educated. He values truth and insight above anything else. In fact, the King and Queen of Swords are both known for they will be willing to sacrifice their own emotions or go through hurt emotions on the altar of what is true and real, what is the right thing to do in the situation, even if it's emotionally difficult, or seeing the truth of a situation even when their heart wants to see it otherwise. So truth, enlightenment, again, this is sitting next to the Six of Pentacles. It looks like, and that's probably where the stress is coming in, it looks like, Virgo, there is a chance to make something right. It could be you going to somebody else, it could be somebody else coming to you. And it's a very important, profound thing. I feel like Spirit is really asking you to do whatever your part and your responsibility is in trying to make the scales balance out again, or try to right something that was wrong. And for you to manifest the energy of the King of Swords, to see what is the right thing here to do, to bring about this sense of emotional renewal and reconciliation or resolvement, depending on what type of situation or relationship it is for you. And it's about doing what the right, honorable, moral, ethical thing here is, because it can bring about a huge change, not only in anybody else that may be involved with this, but in you and the message you give to yourself about who you are, what you believe in, what you stand for, your own character and moral fiber, basically. Let's pull a few clarifying cards for this situation, see if we can get any more clarity on it. Very powerful energy. This is a pretty important thing for you, I think. We have two cards, what this situation is about, the Six of Cups and the Queen of Cups. So it may be the opportunity, again, to right something that was wrong, something from the past, because the Six of Cups is often associated with the past. It could be family, old friends, childhood friends, an old relationship of some kind, perhaps with a water sign person, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, female or male, because in a general reading, the signs and the gender cannot be specific because there's so many of you watching. Definitely a situation from the past with a person in the past. There's a very profound, important chance to try to fix or reconcile something here. So let's pull an advice or guidance card or two for you, and how best to navigate through this, or what the advice is from Spirit for the first half of April 2019. Oh, two cards just popped out. the Knight of Pentacles and the Magician as advice. The Knight of Pentacles, make the offer, a tangible, slow-moving but detail-oriented, cover all the bases, don't just rush ahead, because that's what the Knight does. The offer or opportunity is sincere, it's tangible, it's a little slower than the other Knights, but it covers every bit of the ground. Sincere, practical, tangible, make the offer is what I'm getting. Clarified by the Magician, it's an independent, powerful energy, and it represents having everything that you need to manifest externally what you want to manifest. So very profound energy coming off of this, Virgo. I feel like it's an important opportunity for you, one that Spirit is strongly encouraging you to take, to make some kind of a tangible, sincere, but careful offer. You have the ability to do this and the power to manifest this if you choose. Powerful reading. Lovely, powerful reading. So Virgo, that pretty much wraps up your April 2019 general reading, taking a look at the first half of April, the 1st through the 15th. I hope you found it helpful and useful. Again, those of you who are interested in setting up a personal reading with me, particularly if this resonated with you, you can contact me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I'd be most happy to work with you. You can get that contact details by clicking on the description link below, or going to my YouTube channel's homepage, clicking on that About button. I do love and romance, of course, compatibility charting, career work and finance, investment readings, gift readings. I also offer 6 and 12-month life overviews, which take a look at what's coming in all the main areas of your life over the next 6 or 12 months, depending on how far ahead you want to look. You can also find me on the smartphone app Instantgo under Irish Gypsy. That link is also provided. And there's a few different reading options on Instantgo, but a lot of my clients like to use it for quick answers to quick, easy questions. For the more complicated, complex, intensive issues, probably traditional readings are better. Anyway, a few things to choose from. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks, Virgo, for the April 2019 mid-month readings, where we'll take a look at the second half of April. And until then, always joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life to you. Take care, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.